What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy LB and welcome back to my new tutorial video. Guys, today in this video I'm going to show you how I create this 3D CGI effect inside Adobe After Effects. So guys, you have to use the Adobe After Effects new version 2025 because it has the new features which the old one doesn't have. That's the reason why we have to use the new version. So the new version which I'm going to use is the feature which is called Advanced 3D. So you go here on this composition setting and then you come here for the 3D blender and you have to enable this advanced 3D and then you press OK. So now the 3D model which we're going to use, it is this free cyberpunk hover car. So shout out to Lion Sharp Studio which did the 3D models, and then you have to download also this HDRI to this Polyheaven website. Okay, you have to come back here, you choose any resolution you want and then you click here for download. Okay, so now let me come back here in Adobe After Effects. I'm going to track my video clip. You see how it is going. It is also handheld. Yes, you see how it is going. So you have to move this blue line of the first frame of the clip where the beginning of this clip is starting on, and then I have to go to search the track camera. Okay, it's this one, and then you have to click on this layer and then you click here for this tracking camera, and then you have to just wait a few little bit because you see it is analyzing in the background. Okay, for my clip I'm using the clip which has duration of 10 seconds, so it is not too long. Okay, so I have to wait a few minutes. So the tracking is done. You see I received this point here on my table. So here you can increase this point size, you see, but this is enough for me. So now you see when I play, you see how the point is already attached on each stuff which has been already tracked. So the things I'm going to make, I'm going to pick some point here which I'm going to use, which is attaching on this table. So let me pick this one. Okay, this is nice, and then I have to right click on it and then create solid and camera. Okay, you see guys, I got some track solid one layer here, so is already here on this table. So let me open up this track solid layer, open up this transform. I'm going to rotate something like this, yes, to fit it well here on this table. So I can also extend something like this, extend in this way. Okay, yeah, this is looks nice. So when you play, you see this track solid is already attached on this table. So this is nice guys. Okay, so and let me try to extend it again. I want this track solid to be extreme big. Yes, this is nice. Okay, so let me cross, and then when you play, you see how this solid is already attached on my table. So the things I'm going to do, and I'm going to import my 3D model. Okay, so my 3D model is this cyberpunk, and I have to move it down here, and then you have to click here make comp size. Okay, I just want to make it as small, and then you press OK. So let me scale it out, and this is this one too, my cyberpunk. Yes, you will see how it is. So I can rotate by using this tool. So and then I'm going to link this 3D model with this track solid one. So now you have to hold shift on your keyboard and then use this parent link, and then you link with this track solid one. Okay, you see guys, is already attached on my track solid one, but I have to reduce the scale of this stuff, something like this, and I have to reduce in this way. Okay, something like this. And then when I pray, let me see how these things is. Okay, yeah, this is nice guys. The reason why it looks like this, because I have been choose the 3D model which has the flow like this. Okay, but there is no problem, any model you can use, it can works well, but you have to make sure it is in GLB or GLTF format. Okay, so when you pray, you see this stuff is already attached on my table. You see this is looks nice guys, it looks perfect. Okay, so I can move it down, even we can scale it, it depends what the scale you want. Okay, something like that. Okay, this is nice. And then I'm going to use that HDLI that have been downloaded. So now you have to right click and then go here, then click light, because first we're going to create the light. Then you have to enable this cast shadow. First let me choose the environment, and then you enable this cast shadow, and then you press OK. And I'm going to import my environment, sorry, my HDLI, Control plus I, and then you have to import this HDLI, and then you have to move it down here on this timeline, and then you have to mute this HDLI. So now you open up with this environment, and then you go here for default, you have to choose this Studio Small, how it is called. Okay, so and then when you open up this transform guys, you see how my 3D model it is. When you open up this transform by rotating this XY, you see how this lighting it is. Okay, it depends what the kind of lighting you want. Okay, you see how it is. This looks good. Yeah, for example, this is nice to me. And then when you pray, you see how this stuff it is going. And then after, you have to close this track solid one, because it will not be needed. Okay, because we use it as something we have to measure, by using to measure how this 3D model it will be. But you don't have to delete it, you have to mute this side for this tracking. Okay, so and then you see how my 3D rendering it is. Guys, this is how you can use this, this is how you can make this 3D CGI sample way in Adobe After Effects. And you have to know that you have to use the new version 2025, which has that advanced 3D features, and then the 3D model which are using, it must have the format of GLB or GLTF file. That's how you can create that 3D CGI in Adobe After Effects. Guys, if you have any question, please don't forget to subscribe, drop the comment down below, like and leave your thumbs up. That's all. See you in next video. Peace.